What's up, Taurus? Welcome to your April 2019 general reading. This is perfect for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, or whatever important placements that you pay attention to. Okay, really interesting. I think I'm just kind of all over the place because number one, Mercury. Number two, I just did Aries read, and you guys have some similar. Cards. So you guys have. Their bottom of the deck was Five of Wands. Yours is also Five of Wands. Their spirit animal card was Black Egg. Yours is Black Egg, which really threw me because Black Egg is a card that I've never, for, these video readings or any personal readings I've ever done, I've never pulled that card. Now here I go pulling it twice. Same message. So I do feel like it's very, very important. A lot of you guys would probably benefit from watching the Aries video as well. Anyways, just because we are in Aries season, so it is, I think, helpful, but especially this might pertain to those of you guys who sit on the cusp of that Aries Taurus cusp, okay? Now, with the Black Egg, it really speaks to speaking our truth, expression, in whatever way that comes out. This is really big for people, especially if you're a writer, a musician, you have some type of a artsy craft, something that you do, but the point is really expression through the things that we do, through the things that we love, really speaking our truth. Really, this month for you guys might be a good idea also to look into some throat chakra mantras that you can do to really, strengthen that throat chakra. Also, just realizing, this is the month, this is the season of I am. That is the Aries mantra. That is that season. It's very much about ourself, right? And kind of rediscovering self. And I was telling Aries, a lot of times this is where people kind of go through, because essentially this is the start of a year, right? Spring equinox, this brings us all types of newness. And this is where a lot of people do a lot of self-evaluating too. So being very clear this month, being very clear with your truth. Last month we talked about there being friction between people that you guys, were close to. Some people maybe not being the happiest for you. Also, some of you guys, maybe going through some internal conflicts, because for a while now, there's been really big shifts with Taurus, and it's still shifting, right? Things are still changing. Right now, going into this Aries season, again, I think you guys have been really seeing things start to materialize. I think you guys are going to see even more of that. Now, I will say it might scare you a little bit. Now, I do love, so let's say, so you guys have the Page of Cups, right? And then you got the Knight of Cups. Then you've got the Two of Pentacles. Now, the way this is reading, which I love, it's like, Page of Cups. Page happens when we're on the cusp of new things. That's that, that newness in something that we are emotionally tied to, something that makes us happy. When we see a Page of Cups, we know there's like good luck ahead. But it seems that there's fear here. And it's funny because I did just pull the Eight of Swords, and I wanted to say that, and I didn't even think stuck energy, but yeah, a little bit of fear. I feel like basically you guys have come into this place where you have found something that you want to do, and you had the guts to get up and go forward in that direction, right? With that Knight of Wands, or I'm sorry, with that Knight of Cups, like with a real genuine energy of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I love, this is what I'm going to go for. But with this Two of Pentacles, there's like a little bit of that apprehension, right? There's a little bit of that juggling game. I do feel for a lot of you guys, there's a little bit of fear. It's like, I feel like you see things are starting to move, but it's almost like, whoa. It's like, even sometimes when we get blessings, we can be scared of them. So for some of you, it's that. For some of you, there's so many changes going on that maybe it's a little bit harder for you to juggle, harder than you thought. I think that a lot of you guys have moved into this place where you've placed more responsibilities on you. And it just takes a little bit more getting used to. It's good things, but it's like, it's a stress still. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys are trying to save right now, Four of Pentacles, money, and just really holding tight to the things that you value. I feel like there's a lot of risks that Taurus has been taking. And so it's almost like, I don't know. I almost feel like there's this thing of finding balance, because it's like, You guys are taking risks. But again, there's just this fear. There's this fear or like this guilt factor or this, some of you guys have people around you that are trying to make you feel guilty for your success. Some of you guys, if you have a family, this is something like, let's say you started a new job or new position, opened up a new business, whatever. This is something that takes a little bit more time away from your loved ones. So there might be a little bit of guilt. We got 5 of Pentacles, about not being present as much, not being around as much, right? Kind of, you know, maybe you have a wife or kids that feel like you don't spend as much time with them and it's been a little more consuming, because I do feel like there's more travel ahead for you guys. If not, you guys, a lot of you guys are planning on taking a trip this month in April, or there's plans to travel coming up. And a lot of it has to do with work. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys are having to do more traveling or just being away and being a little bit more distant due to work commands. So that might have you feeling a little stuck too, because maybe initially you were thinking, well, if I do this, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be what I want to do. I'll be working for myself, so I'll be able to have more control. And yes, that is actually true. But at the same time, when you are in the process of starting something brand new, you are giving it a lot of time because you are building the foundations, right? You're planting the seeds. So it's like, it almost feels like you guys aren't to the point now where you envision where you're like, oh, we'll all be able to take this off. It's like, you can't take it off. You're building your company still, or you know what I mean? You're very much needed in this thing. There's something that it feels like there's like, it's a baby, right? And it's very much you're needed. So what it does is it seems like it's taking away time from loved ones or even yourself sometimes, because you're trying to figure out and always make sure that you're making ends meet. But I just think it's an adjustment thing. I do think that if you are feeling overwhelmed, it's important that you say so, because I think with this Aries energy, what you guys can tend to come off as, if you're feeling a little bit pushed or frustrated, will be this 5 of Wands energy, and that's not going to help anybody, right? Use your voice with that Black egg. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, talk about it, because the thing is, if you guys don't, you guys can come off as like aloof and seem like you don't care. And like, let's say if you're in a partnership, it can make them feel like you don't care, and then that at the end of the day will start these kind of arguments type thing. Now, like I said, there's a lot transforming. You guys got the Death card, and you got it in your environment. I just feel like there's a lot of change happening in your life right now. Some of you guys are moving. Some of you guys are having to consider moves for work. Some of you guys are doing a lot more moving and shaking because of work, or just, I don't know, this new lifestyle that you're having. And I feel like, yes, all around is a big adjustment to get into. There are things that you will have to drop in order to, almost like as a sacrifice in order to have this new life. And there are things that you will need to adapt in order to, better, move forward. Now you guys got the High Priestess. So, really going back to 2, make sure you guys are trusting yourself. Everything that you guys set out to do pertaining to this, it's going to work out. I just feel like it's an adjustment. So if you're in this 8 of Swords energy because you're second guessing a move that you made, a job transfer that you did, or something like that, I just think it's an adjustment. You knew what you were talking about, and you still do know. The High Priestess, a lot of times when she pops out, it reminds me that we need to know what we know, and know that we know, right? It's okay. I think everything's coming together. Look, Ace of Swords, the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so it's just really, it's important that if you are feeling a little stuck, you are saying something. If there's, someone that you could talk to, or if you guys are feeling a little stuck, it's really important that you are doing things that can kind of clear your mind and kind of get you new perspective, right? Because Ace of Swords is about the thought process, right? As well. So just being very open-minded to suggestions, I think. Things are shifting, they're shifting. And whenever things are shifting, it's kind of uncomfortable, even if it's a good shift, right? And this 5 of Wands lets us know things are shifting. This 5 in Tarot is all about change. Oh my God. The World card, you got the fucking Sun. The Sun in the World. Like, everything is A-okay. This is your hopes and your fears, and this is what's coming. And what's followed by that, which is beautiful, is this Fool card. So you just got even more. So put it this way, Taurus. Things are really taking off for you. If you've had new opportunities and things coming your way that you're just like, oh my God, this is all that I wanted. I'm so lucky. Like, you really have not even seen anything yet. You got a whole slew of shit coming up in here. And it's really exciting energy. I just feel like some of you guys are a little bit stressed right now and not saying anything because I feel like you're trying to like hold the load, right? You don't want other people to like be stressed or do any of that, but I feel like you will burn out easily if you don't express yourself. Clarifying that full card, you got the Starman, which is the Magician. So again, you guys taking on control and really having the confidence to move forward and knowing that things are okay. With that Magician and the High Priest, you got Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy, right? You can create all sorts of ill shit. I just think that there are moments that you might feel a little stuck, and that makes sense. We've got Mercury retrograde, right? I feel like things are moving along, and you know, maybe some things are not moving as you expected, and so it's like there's just a little bit of that, like, I'm scared. Oh my God, we've come this far. What if it, you know, blows up in my face? And I'm scared. Don't just push through. Some of you guys, if you guys have a partner, especially if it's a Queen of Wands, a fire sign person, it's going to be really important this month that you are communicating. This is sitting right next to the Ace of Swords. Yeah, especially if you've been a little distant or been on the go a lot. I feel like they really need that right now. Especially if that's an Aries person. Remember, they did get the black egg too. So if you're in a relationship with an Aries sign person, or you have strong Aries in your chart, I would really make sure that your communication is really on point this month with that person. And really paying attention to if you have children or family, you know, finding that balance. Six of Cups. 6 is all about balance. And then 6 of Cups can be about family, can be about love. Finding that balance. Don't burn yourself out and do too much trying to make, you know, the world go around. You guys still have to have moments to yourself, moments to your family. Yeah, don't burn yourself out. I feel like you guys are having a hard time a little bit trying to juggle all this. But again, it just feels like it's an adjustment period. I think you guys will actually be fine. But it's going to be very helpful for you guys to use your voice this month, right? So, and you guys got savings, which Aries also got. So it says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Perfect. So going back to that 4 of Pentacles, really saving so that you can build your foundations. I think that that's heavily on you guys' mind. Don't let that be a stressor. It's just a reminder. I feel like you guys are naturally really good at that. You guys are really stable creatures. Basically, this just feels like a continuation of last month for a lot of you. I think things are really moving. A lot of you guys have really followed your heart and are going for something that you really enjoy doing and love to do. But I do feel like there's this little uncomfortable of the unknown, right? It feels a little bit unknown, like, oh my God, what are we doing? This is unfamiliar. I'm going to have to, you know, figure out new ways to make this shit pop and make it happen. But you can, and you will, and you've got support. And I mean, things are really coming together. And I love the progression of the World card. It went from the World card to the Fool card, right? The Fool card is the very first in the Major Arcana. The World is the very last. So it's like you completed a cycle just to start a new fantastic one. So just do not stress yourself, honey. You guys are doing great this month. And yeah, thank you for listening to your read. Go ahead and check out your love reading. And if you guys need personal reads, hit me. She's Vibey@gmail.com. Bye.